We should be live, and I'll be back in just a second.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out some lighting. Hello.
Hello, hello.
I'm just going to light some candles.
Romantic. How very Venusian of you.
How very Venusian of me, darling. Here we go. 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 Okay. Hello, hello. Not sure if anyone has joined. Let's see if I can figure out how to pull up this chat. There we go. Okay. I'm going to get on a phone real quick before I really get going and make sure that we are really, truly live.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll get that list together of questions, and we'll be good to go.
Okay. I mean, this has been remarkably easy. I thought we had toying around to do and experimentation.
No. So I'm just going to get on here real quick before we get going.
My hair's even doing a good thing. I love it. All right.
Well, look at there. Yeah, there we are. We're definitely live. All right. Now I'm checking to see if we're live maybe on Insta too. That would be amazing. But I'm not certain. And I hope that these things, I'm not seeing that we're live on here on Instagram. I'm not sure how to really fix that either, so I'm not gonna. All right. So hopefully I'll be able to see this chat. All right. I know I'm a little shiny. It looks like we've got a couple of people tuning in right now. So hello. Welcome to Tarot Showdown. My name is Rose, and my sweet wife, Melanie Rose, astrologer, is down below me right now.
Hello,
We're using
everyone.
a service tonight and just kind of seeing how it goes. Both Mel and I are intuitive astrologers and intuitive tarot card readers. Mel has definitely been in the energy healing business for a long time. So for over 20 years. So today we just thought that we would I've got some new cards. I wanted to break them in. I got some new Belle Bedlam cards. I don't know if it's going to show up or not. And we thought we would just do some quick yes or no tarot. So what's going to happen is hopefully if you're watching, you will type a question down in the chat that will be answered with a yes or no. And both Mel and I will draw a card and show it, and we will decide whether or not that's a yes or a no. It'll be really quick and easy. So here we go. I don't know what INFJ means.
It's a personality type. You know those quizzes that gave you like 4 different facets of personality?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, do we want to do a yes or no on that? Because I don't know what any of that means. If I means introverted, we're already wrong for me.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Is not an INFJ.
All right. Do you want to like do a count to 3 and then hold up our cards for a yes or no?
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I've got the Queen of Cups and you've got the 3 of Swords.
Oh, wow.
You want to draw one more card to do a tie? Because right now it's kind of a maybe for me. And with that 3 of Swords card, which card is that? I can't see.
That's the Knight of Pentacles, so that's a yes.
Knight of Pentacles. So that's a yes. So are you INFJ? That's a yes.
We may have already stumped the psychic.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at this list of pre-picked questions. I really want to call this the super terrific tarot hour, and we would like to do this every Thursday starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we would really love your feedback and your time and sharing this, so we can continue to do this and just have fun. Okay, so Tarot Showdown for Primetime Tarot. All right, let's start off with one about love and relationships. Will
Okay.
I find love soon? I know that's a really, really popular question, and I'm going to switch over from my Belle Bedlam cards to my Crystal Visions Tarot for this love question. So, will I
Ooh.
find love soon?
Mhm.
All right, we're going to do a 3 count, Mel, or are you getting some different cards?
I'm getting some different cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Looks like the sun's going down on you in there.
Okay, so for those of you who are out there who might be wondering, will I find love soon? This is your yes or no tarot for the moment.
Yes.
1, 2,
3.
3.
Ooh, I
Ooh.
gotta see this. I've got the sun card.
And
That
I
is a
have the
really
King of
beautiful
Wands.
card.
That's good love and good sex, friends. There you go.
Yes,
The
good love
answer
and
is
good
yes.
sex. So will you
The
find
answer is
love?
yes.
Will I find love soon? Well, I guess what did you say? Yes.
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 We got the Sun and the King of Wands. That's
Yes. I love
yeah.
this card. It has a lot of sunflowers on it and a woman with her baby and a white horse and just like a bunch of
Yeah.
butterflies and transformation on that sun card. It's beautiful. So
It's
the answer
beautiful.
to that question is yes. Next question is about career in business. Will I get the job?
All right.
Ooh,
Will you get the job? I know
I
there are a
know
few
that's on a
people
lot
out
of
there
people's
thinking about this.
mind.
Yeah.
Will I get the job? 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 All right. Will I get the job? Yes or no? 1, 2, 3. I've got the Page of Pentacles.
I've got the King of Rods. I
Oh,
got the King
okay.
of Wands twice in a row.
Oh, right.
Yes.
So, yes, like, will I get the job? I think that's yes. And I
That's a
also
yes.
think that the opportunity is going to be a little bit more money. It's going to bring a little bit more cash. Yeah,
Yes.
what I set up here. So,
Behold
yeah, I like
the
that.
money
I
you
like
shall
that.
make.
Will I
Yes.
get the job? The answer is yes, and probably will get some more money than you're normally making, than you're used to making, is what I meant to say. All
Wait,
right,
maybe
finances.
will you stop for a moment and put in the chat, say feel free to ask a question. Feel free to ask a yes or no question here. Thank you.
All right. All right. So we're down to finances. Will my financial situation improve? Will my financial situation improve?
Right, okay.
Okay.
Ready.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got the 4 of Pentacles. And what do you have down there? The 6 of Rods.
Yes.
So I think that's a yes. Those two combined are a 10.
For
I
sure.
also think this card is about conserving. Okay, so this is my year for temperance. So what was the question again? Will my financial situation improve?
Yes.
Yes, it definitely will improve. And right now, you might feel like you're in this super saving mode, or that you just can't do anything and there's not enough money for things, but that's going to improve. So that's a yes. All right.
Of course,
Health.
that's always the V for victory when you see the Six of Wands. So
Yes, the Six of Wands. That's
it is
someone
a sure marker for
celebrating.
improvement. Okay, I'm
Yeah. Yes,
switching over
yes.
to my other deck.
Okay.
What you
I'm going
got?
to stick with my regular old Rider-Waite, and we're going to go on to health and wellness general question.
Hi, Lola.
Hello. Thank you so much, Lola, for subscribing. If you have a yes or no question that you would like to ask the tarot cards, please do so. Yes, you can. Just to give us a yes or no question, or at least think of it right now, and then we will draw the cards and tell you whether or not that's yes or no, Lola. Otherwise, we're going to go on to health and wellness. And the question here is, will I recover soon? Gosh, that's a biggie.
All right.
Will
Well,
I recover soon?
lots of
Health and
people out here
wellness.
recovering from different things, from different
Yes.
hurts and woundings. And, we wish them all success with their healing.
Yes.
Will
No
I
matter what
recover
those things
soon,
say.
friends?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes. I've got the Six of Cups. I get by with a little help from my friends.
I have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So
Ooh.
that looks like a hard
You're gonna
road, okay?
Yeah, it looks like a hard road, and it looks like you're gonna have to really depend on your friends and family and community to help you get by with the Six of
Yeah.
Cups card, right?
Get by with a little help from my friends.
Yes, that's what
Absolutely.
I
But
was
but
singing.
don't
Like, you might
isolate
have to rely
yourself
on.
from your loved ones. Your recovery absolutely depends on you relying on people, okay?
Yes, sometimes it does, and this might be that time. So, as far as will I recover soon? Yes. What
Yeah.
would we say? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and we just need to, be able to rely on other people. That's
Yes.
really difficult sometimes, right?
Be willing to ask for some help. That's a little tough one. Will
All
R
right.
leave me alone?
Will R leave me alone? Okay. I'm gonna
That's
switch
a
over
serious
to
one, I think.
the
I
Crystal
think that's
Visions. Huh?
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna go
think
over
you're
the
right.
Crystal Visions card for this, okay? Will
Mhm.
R leave me alone?
Will R leave Lola alone?
All right.
Mhm.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I've got the Ace of Swords.
And I have the Four of Wands.
Ooh,
So
those
that
two.
looks like a really positive sign to me.
It does look like a positive sign to me. And I would have to say, I would say, yes, they will leave you alone as long as you continue to communicate, like this Ace of Swords card, like as long as you continue to keep your boundaries, as long as you are really succinct with how you deal with this person or the situation,
Right.
and make sure, down there, that Four of Wands, like, just maintain your boundaries at home as well, like maintain your
Mhm.
boundaries away from them. So if that means a protective order, then go get a protective order and sign that with that sword, right?
This points also to a new way of being with somebody. So if you've had to
Mhm.
draw a line or write a new deal or create a new sort of interpersonal contract with somebody,
Yes.
again, sticking to your boundaries, doing things the way you said you would do them
Right.
is an important
Yes.
thing. And really, like, if any transgression of the rule is even slightly applied, then you need to be like, that's not the rule. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Because,
this
for the relationship to be new, you have to be kind of new in the relationship as well.
Right. And
Yeah.
this Ace of Swords, like I see all these, I'm going to get it really close, all these butterflies and roses. So, it's just, I still see, maintaining boundaries and, keep talking about things.
Mhm. Yeah.
If those boundaries aren't, maintained, then you need to tell somebody about it.
Right.
Right. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to go on to a random question, personal growth and decisions. Oh my goodness, this is a really heavy question for a yes or no, but we're going to do it.
Okay.
Am I on the right life path? Am I on the right
Ooh.
life path? I think that's a really common question right now, especially with the astrology going on in the universe. Am
I'll
I
tell
on the
you
right
what,
life path? I bet every astrologer has heard that. Like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing?
Or, you know, like when we do tarot readings, we get like, am I doing the right thing for my career, or am I, you know, heading off to the right schooling program? So sorry about that, but I've been running away from the sun for like an hour now.
Okay. All right. So personal growth. Am I on the right life path? You ready?
Sometimes I feel like I'm lost in the forest.
The Six of Wands for me.
And the Two of Swords.
Right. And as far as am I on the right life path? Well, I mean, the Six of Wands says yes, you are. You know, but that Two of Swords is a little like, I don't know, maybe you say a no?
Okay. No, what I'm just going to say what I'm seeing here, which is, you know, yes, you've been on a good path, you've had some success, but maybe you're at a decision point right now.
Yeah, I
You know,
agree with
there
that. I
might
want
be
to
a
look at another
turning
card
point.
though. Every time I get that two, oh yeah. Like to me, this is like some self-talk happening or something. Oh, you just went on to the next one too. Right. Like sometimes we can sit in, what was the, am I on the right life path? Yeah. I mean, like, I think that there's an inner struggle going on with all of us right now, as far as what it is that we feel like we, you know, like quote, should be doing, or where our time is to put in. And for this particular reading, I would say, you know, the thing that's holding you back from being on the right life path is, you know, like I think that you fight with yourself. I think this is just like inner turmoil, honestly, and not, you know, like not understanding that path forward, and it just kind of creeping away from you or getting away from you somehow. So
I think fighting with yourself in the context of that card also sort of relates to sort of frittering your time away with activities that don't really make any progress for you.
Right.
You know, that came out also with the Hanged Man, which is sort of like hanging out and waiting for something to happen. And, you know, when you are the Hanged Man, you're supposed to make the best of your situation and just try to learn what you can from it. But, you know, we can't stay stuck in I have a decision to make mode forever.
Right. Yeah. It's really time to shit or get off the pot. Yeah. I think that most of us know what our life path can be. And I think that a lot of us just say that we can't do it, so therefore we don't pursue it. You know, or we let that person or a situation in the past that upset us, you know, keep us from doing that which we want to do or we're called to do. So if that's you, go do it. You know, you're just holding yourself back. Okay. Am I spiritually aligned? That is the next question. Am I
With what? spiritually
aligned?
Am I spiritually
Period.
aligned? Am I
Well, I
aligned
mean,
with
like
spirit?
whatever it is that you're spiritual about, are you spiritually aligned?
Okay, I want to take a moment to say hi to Aldona. Thank you for tuning in. And yes, you can have some guidance. All you have to do is leave us a yes or no question here, and we will answer it right here for you.
Right. And
But
if you don't want to type out,
go ahead.
If you don't want to type out your question here, if it's personal, that's fine. Maybe it is that you sit and you think about it for a minute and then go in and type. All right. So maybe you just type in a letter and then, you know, like type in, okay, that means you're ready. And then we'll draw the cards. How about that?
Yeah.
If you don't want to put your question.
If you want to tell us what you want guidance about, you can. If you don't want to tell us what you want guidance about, just let us know that you're ready.
Yes. And then we'll just draw. So we're doing yes or no tarot only. And yes, we do longer readings. We have a website and everything that you can go to, Rose Tarot and astrology.com. And if you're on our YouTube channel, you should be able to find the information fairly well. And I'll put some information here in the chat in just a minute. So the question we're asking here is, am I spiritually aligned?
Are you
and I've
ready?
got a 3 of Cups.
Oh, that's good. What did I get?
I love that.
I got a 5 of Cups. It's
I
the
would
yin
say
and the
maybe
yang.
you
You know,
are.
I think this is like the yes and no, and that's just kind of the way we are. We're on and we're off. It's almost like,
Right.
how when you realize that your posture is really bad and you decide I'm going to have better posture and you sit up really straight, and then
Uh-huh.
as soon as you forget that you're having better posture, you go back to your bad posture.
Right.
We're spiritually aligned when we're celebrating and we're happy and we're engaging with other people. Maybe less
Yes.
so when we're
Right.
crying over the stuff we've lost.
Yeah, I don't mind that 5 of Cups card. Usually it means that you're just gonna, get on with something bigger and badder. And the
Mhm,
question was, am I spiritually aligned, right? And
mhm,
so this is the 3 of Cups. So maybe it is that you have, a squad of 3 people. Maybe there's a trio of people that you are spiritually aligned with, that attend events with. Maybe it is just your people that you're spiritually aligned with, and you finally found some people. Maybe it is that you even just
mhm.
go out and drink or have wine, or you have that in common. And
Yeah,
these things are about your intuitions and your emotions. And I just love the 3 of Cups card, because it really is just about
mhm.
a gathering together and some people that have some common goals and just tipping off.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that 5 of Cups card is still just like, remember those cups. These are there 3 cups standing
There's
up?
three
Right.
cups fallen and 2 cups standing up.
Right, right. So I mean, like, look, this is your stability here, as these 3 people, or these
Mhm,
3 things, or these 3 kids, these 3 animals, whatever it is that you're emotionally connected to, the one that you're aligned with,
mhm.
spiritually. And without that, then you might feel just like a little lost.
Right,
Does that make
and
sense?
I also wanna say with the 5 of Cups, it comes across to me as, like, knowing when to mourn, knowing when to let go of things, knowing when
Right,
to, like, move on to the next
right, right.
alignments.
And also, if you're in that space, like, remember this 3, remember this trio, remember this trinity, that will get you through,
Mhm.
right? That's a really happy
Yeah.
vibe. So I
Yeah,
like that. As
I
far
do
as
too.
being spiritually aligned, you'll always draw people, like-minded people, to you, as long as you are yourself, just
Hello,
continue
is
to be yourself.
potato.
Hello is
Ooh,
potato.
potato mom.
Okay, so next miscellaneous question. Will I get good news soon? Ooh, will I get good news
Will I
soon?
get good news soon? I think we all wanna know that.
Right? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No,
Oh, it
no.
doesn't look good. 8s and 8s, my friends.
Yeah, 8 and 8. Gosh, and woof, what a couple of eights that is, eh?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even, ew, like, just ew. And this 8 of Swords card, like, look, if you're really feeling like this, um, if you feel like you're trapped and you don't know your way out, if you feel like everything is against you, please, please talk to that 3 of Cups that we just drew. Find what makes you happy. If it's music, if it's humming, if it's a person, if it's something,
Find the
like,
people that push
and
you up
and
and
get
support you. Yeah.
right, get the support that you need, okay? And just know that, like, this is an emotionally draining card. I'm looking at that and I see that water, and it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, somebody is just squeezing the fucking emotions out of you. Like, somebody is really just testing you and trying you. And maybe it is that it's you trying yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
But for the answer, will I get good news soon? The answer is probably no. And it may just be that you haven't been manifesting anything really good. You've been too stressed out and anxious
Right.
to do that, right?
Well, and where that card is a card where somebody looks like they're stuck, this is a card that says, "Unstick yourself and move on, like, it's time to go." So, you
Yes,
know,
absolutely.
whatever the good news is that you're hoping to hear, if you were here when we said, "Will I get good news?" This is probably not the good news that you're waiting for.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one in love is a very, very common question.
Mhm.
Is my partner loyal to me? Whoop.
Ooh.
Is my partner loyal to me? And I'm switching
Well,
to my Crystal Visions tarot card for this. They're very romantical, darling. Pentacles.
Everybody, Jennifer is my partner. So if it comes out here that my partner is not loyal to me, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, we are, is what I'm saying. Nah, it ain't like that. Okay, are you ready to draw on this?
I am.
Is my partner loyal to me? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna continue to. That was
You
I
didn't
did
like
not.
what you saw there, huh?
No. It was one of
Okay.
those times where it did not get shuffled properly.
Okay. Okay, is my partner loyal to me?
Right.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
3. The devil.
And the wands.
I would say nope. They cheating. They cheating with another boop. Like, look at that.
Yeah,
Look
we
at
got
that
some,
down there.
we got
Like,
some dick on fire energy
right.
here, together with the
Yeah.
devil, which is very playful, but also very much not a rule follower.
Is
So
my partner loyal to me?
no,
No.
my
And
partner-
so this devil card here, is my partner loyal to me? Not only are they not loyal, but they're being really deceptive about it. Like they've paid so much attention. You see that little devil in the background watching what you're doing and watching everything that you're doing. They are paying so close attention to your everyday whereabouts that they're pretty sure that you're not going to figure it out or find out. And the
Yeah,
hell you say, because you will. All right.
yeah.
Okay, we've got one. Let's see. Will I meet my soulmate this year? Hi, Faye.
Hey,
Faye
face stalker.
Stalker. Asking, will I meet my soulmate this
Are you
year?
stalking
Hey,
the
do
Fae?
you have somebody that
Because
you're watching? Just kidding.
that might be dangerous as well.
Yeah.
Uh, all right,
Let's
will face stalker meet their soulmate this year, Jennifer? I want you
see.
to answer this one first.
I've got a 6 of Pentacles. And I think, yes, this 6 of Pentacles has a nice, lovely breadbasket there. And I think that's a whole lot of blessings. And that could be blessings in the way of, like if you're looking to have babies, that could be a blessing in that way. It could just mean that maybe it is that you found someone to settle down with and finally you can, just keep
Fill your
house,
basket.
like bake
Yeah.
and do your things, the things that you want. And I love all these jewels in this too. So I would say yes, you will meet your soulmate this year. And gosh, there's a lot coming. What was you didn't draw a card on this, did you? You said you were
I
just
didn't,
gonna.
but I will.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a really beautiful card as far as love is concerned. And there's some grapes down here at the bottom of her feet, and she's also holding on to grapes. So I really think this is a magical, fertile time for love. I also think, to be specific, like if you like wine, if you like the finer things, that's how you're going to find somebody, like by participating in that part of your life that you do the finer things, whether that's, like, a nice meal, it is tourist season, or someone who's nicely dressed. I think that's it. But yes, I think yes.
Okay. Hello to Timothy Riley. Thank you for your input there. And hello to Laura. Yeah, that 6 of coins is very much about the harvest, about sort of like reaping what we've sown, right?
Yes. That too. And I also think, like I don't try to say this a lot, but I mean, like reaping what you sow. And also, like if you're in a situation with someone right now that you're, partaking in sex and you're able to conceive babies, like this is a really fertile time. Like not only is it springtime, but that, like you said, the harvest, and the harvest for himself. Yes. Let's see here.
Let's see Aldona's because she's been
Yes.
here a minute.
Will I solve the situation I'm dealing with? Okay. I'm going to stick with the, all right. Will I solve the
Happy to
situation?
help, Faye.
All right. Knight of Pentacles.
Knight of Pentacles.
Knight.
6 of.
I think that's a yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'll solve that. As a matter of fact, like that card right there says it all, like solving a situation here. And the Knight of Pentacles is someone, for me, this is someone coming in and showing you, like, hey, here's how you do this, like that staff is, to me, is
Mhm.
like a pen. I keep seeing pen and written information. So, uh,
Mhm.
maybe solving the situation you're in might be, having to do some written stuff, and maybe it is, calling in a protective person, or,
Mhm.
something in those lines, because this person is really coming in and going, hello. They've got the light behind them, like, so they've really been blessed to come in. So I
Yeah.
think that you will absolutely deal with the situation that you're in. And again, it's just
And
about
this
maintaining your boundaries.
and this card really indicates, like, being able to walk away from a situation and gain perspective on it. So,
Right,
if
right,
you've
right,
resolved a situation, hopefully you can get some distance and perspective on it. Okay,
right.
Jagriti, I see you
Okay.
there, but I want to answer Crystal's question first. Crystal wants to know if her boyfriend really loves her.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hello. Does my boyfriend really love me? Okay. Does my boyfriend really love
This
me?
is
Okay. Back to the
a question
crystal.
about whether somebody's being faithful and wants somebody else, and we said, yeah, no, they're not being faithful. So I don't know if that applies to Crystal here, but we can answer the question, does my boyfriend love me, right?
Right. Yeah. With a yes or no.
Yes.
I mean, look, don't take this to heart. These are really serious questions, okay? And while I do believe in my own intuition, and I would never guide you in any kind of way using tarot cards to make very big decisions, may not be always the best, way to do that, but, you do you. I don't care. Okay.
Looking for
So
some
the question
information, right?
is, all right, you ready?
Yep.
I've got the Chariot.
I have the Emperor in reverse. Honey, move on.
Yeah.
Move on.
Right. It's time to go.
No,
It's time to go. It's
it's
time to
not even
fly.
a question of whether he loves you, but it's not
Right.
going to work out. Don't stick
Right.
around.
You got to take the good and take the bad and move it forward. Like you just got to find some way to pick yourself up and get out of the situation before it gets worse.
This shows
And
me
that
that
upside
there's a
down emperor
mechanism.
is someone who's controlling. It's
Mhm.
someone who is not in their right, mental health state. It's someone who is going to be, jealous and
It's not going to be
that's someone who's really defensive, especially if you're like, "Hey, are you cheating on me?" He's gonna be like, "No, screw you. Are you cheating on me?" And then just flip the
try that
script
and
on you,
see if it just happens, then you will know. Okay,
Right.
so then I want to come on to Jagriti's question, which
Right.
is, will she come to have a relationship with Hitesh?
Okay. I am starting to, I think that's a sign. I don't normally have cards fall out of my hands, but, I'm going to start starring the questions in the chat that we're currently answering, okay? If I
Mhm.
can. All right. So I've gotten the Two of Pentacles about the relationship, and I think that's a yes on my end. What do you have there?
Page of Wands, which
The
is
Page of Wands?
positive. Uh,
Yeah,
it speaks to a positive beginning.
absolutely. Let me see this. Yes. And I feel like to solidify this relationship, I'm looking at this person in the middle, just kind of opening yourself up, you know,
Uh-huh.
just being able to show who you are all the time without, feeling embarrassed or ashamed, just like opening up and letting your heart open as well. But yes, I think that's a yes for that
I, I
relationship.
I think there is a matter of a lack of experience between these two people, but
Oh.
I think that there'll be a good fiery active beginning between them. Yeah.
That's a good catch. I think you're right about that. There
Yeah.
might be. Okay,
So,
so
hello,
you're
Kelly.
welcome, Crystal. You're welcome.
Hello, Sam.
All right.
Hello, Jay.
Hello. What do you see from me for the rest? What do you see for me for the rest of 2025?
Well, that's not a
Yes,
yes
Jay,
or
you
no
can ask a
question,
question.
Sam, but we're going to pull 2 cards and we'll tell you what we think.
Right. We'll tell you what tarot feels like
We'll
here.
tell you whether it's a yes or a no.
Okay, so
what do you see for me for the rest of 225?
let's see here.
Thanks,
Yes, please do
JT.
claim this reading. We do this from heart and light and from all the goodness. We ask ourselves, what is it? All good things flow through us and to us. We really
Yeah.
believe in the heart and love and peace. So yes, love, 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 love.
Okay, what do we see for Sam for the rest of 2025?
Ooh, a lot of partnerships, some good partnerships. And with that comes a little bit of stress.
Sam, are
I
you
would
already
say
struggling
work.
with anxiety, and are you losing sleep? Because those are things to pay attention to. It's a good
Right.
time to be really focusing on your mental well-being, okay, your emotional well-being. And part of that, put your card back up, Jennifer.
I'm going to.
Part of that is, relying on your friends, relying on the people who see you and know you and understand you, okay? This
Right.
is guidance we gave a little bit earlier too. Nobody does this stuff alone.
Right.
All right. So call
Nobody
in
does
your
this stuff
partners,
alone. Yes,
communicate, tell them what you need.
right. Call in your supporters. And, when I look at this Two of Cups card, I'm also, like thinking, um, when someone tells you something about you, maybe listen. And I think that is in a health or a mental health kind of situation here. I can't help but look at that Mercury symbol and I keep thinking about a doctor. So, maybe it is that, this is a good relationship with a doctor or, a professional of some sort. And so, yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm seeing in that too.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Talk
I think
about
for 2025, there's going to be a lot of, taking care of business. There's going to be a lot of partnership and, like sometimes, when you get a new job and you get a good partnership or you start a business or something with another person, it brings a lot of anxiety. So Mel Rose has the anxiety card there.
Yeah. Just understand
Just take care of
you're
yourself.
not alone if you have anxiety. I think most of us are probably dealing with some level of anxiety. If you're watching the news at all, you're aware that it's a stressful time to live in. It's if you're alive in the world, you know that it's a stressful time to live in. Just don't, suffer alone. Don't suffer quietly. Don't let yourself go without sleep and the other things that you need for good mental well-being. Make sure you talk to somebody if you are struggling like that, okay?
Yes,
Okay,
I agree
so
with that.
that's the answer to your question, Sam, for what do we see for you for the rest of 2025. Jay, hello, welcome. You can ask a question. I don't know if you already
Yes.
have.
I don't think Jay has asked a question yet. So Jay, just in case you just kind of came in, if you're not okay with typing your question down in the chat, if you want to think about, meditate on your question for a minute and then just type in okay or go or something in the chat, then we'll go ahead and address your question.
Yeah.
And that goes for anybody that would like to ask a question. Otherwise, I'm going to go back to my generic hot list of questions to ask. Let's see, career and business. Is this the right career path? Is this the right career path?
Is this the right career path?
Right.
Okay. I'm
Is
ready when
this
you are.
okay? Yes, tomorrow will be a better day, Timothy. I got the death card.
And I got the world. So
Yes.
this speaks to inevitable change. What were we? Am I on the right career path?
Right.
Perhaps you have been, but something's about to change.
Right. There's some big changes coming in. I love the death card because that's a full transformation, like that could be a whole new position, is this my career, path right for you? Or if you are questioning your career path, that means you figured it out and you know what to do to get on your path, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. Never
Mhm.
manifest another you choose. Let it be. Yes, I understand.
Yahoo! Who's that?
Yahweh. Yahoo. Thanks. Stressful time at the moment, and hoping it
Sam,
will
we wish you all of the best, and I really think that things are going to start looking up for you soon.
Yes. Finances. Will I receive unexpected money? Ooh, I love these ones.
Yes, please.
What is it? Go check my video on our YouTube page. I don't know where we're streaming at. Hopefully we're on Instagram and YouTube, but on our YouTube page, there's about good luck and about whether, if your hands itch, whether or not that means money's coming in. So that can also help guide you in this. So will I receive unexpected money? Ooh.
Man, me and this King of Wands today. Look at that.
I know, right?
We had the same reading a little bit earlier.
We did. I know. I don't know what that means. Will I receive unexpected money? Maybe. I mean, there is, like
secure funds from a King of Wands.
right. Ooh. Right. So maybe it is that you will receive unexpected money. Maybe it is that someone in your family, maybe it is that you've gotten some little settlement from something that you bought in the past or something and it comes in the mail. I love it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go on to another. Let's see.
Ooh.
Should I move to a new city? Should I move to a new city?
We're always asking this question.
Right. We're in Kansas City, Missouri, by the way.
Yes, we're from Kansas City, Missouri, and we are in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yes. Born, raised.
We tried to get out.
Okay.
Came back anyway.
What was the question again? Should I move to a new city? Right.
Should I move to a new city? I'm ready when you are.
Bam. Yes. You
Yes.
should move to a new city. It will be, I think that you're going to find your people there and you're going to find ways in which you can be in community, ways that you can enrich your community. And woo, that's a fast moving. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you're having an expectation of a new job,
where you want to go and what you want to do, the sooner you open your mouth about where you want to go and what you want to do, the faster it's going to happen. And I'm sorry I talked over you.
No, I'm glad you did. Please do. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think it's more money too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just a better life overall if you move to the city. And if you're going there to improve your life and to be a little bit more flush where you can, go spend with small businesses or whatever. Yeah. Yes.
Hello, Tree Moon.
Hello. Peace and greetings. Okay, let's see. Another miscellaneous questions. Should I trust this person? I'm going to the...
All right. Hold the person in your mind that you have to wonder whether you can trust them.
Should I trust this person?
In your mind. Should you trust them?
I've got 4 of Cups. I say yes.
Yes.
Yes. And I don't know who them is, but maybe it is that 3 of Swords in reverse. Maybe it is that person has caused some heartache or some, something in the past. I think it's better.
Yes.
Definitely. Your sister moved out here from Oregon. Culture shock. Oh, fun fact. We were both in Oregon before we returned back to Kansas City. Mm-hmm. We were in Eugene. Yeah, I was in Portland for a little while and then back in Eugene, and Mel was in Eugene, and then we ended up having to come back here because family stuff. But it is a culture shock for sure. For sure. All right. Another miscellaneous question.
Really, one moment, babe. Cree wants to know.
How is my love life currently?
How is my love life currently? Well, do you want to tell us?
Yeah, right. We need a yes or no. Yes, Sonia, you can ask a question.
Okay, Cree, we'll each pull a card and we'll speak on how your love life is going currently.
Sure.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I
did we
got
get
the
double
8 of
nines?
Wands,
No,
which is full
8 and
speed
9.
ahead. What'd you get?
I got the 9 of Swords.
Ooh. Stressful and fast, Cree. What is that
Right.
about?
How is your
Why
love
is your
life
relationship
currently?
stressful and fast?
Yeah, I would say as far as this nine of swords is concerned, like there's been a lot of things that have been said, um, and I don't know. I think that's also just a lot of thoughts. I think that your love life, maybe there is a lot going on there,
Mhm.
and maybe it is that you're thinking of the past too much. Some past things that have happened.
There is very much a move on element to this, like whatever it is that has been weighing you down mentally, Cree. There's a vibe from this card that says it's time to let it go and move forward. Whatever that takes, whatever that means. It doesn't mean that we necessarily walk away from a relationship, but it might. Solo and single now, just want to know what's coming.
Yeah. I think, I think if you can get past this, like just bringing up everything that was said or done in a past relationship or relationships, and not focusing on all that negative and going out with new attitude, with a new quest for love, like, from all these things, what you don't want to be, you don't want to hear, you don't want to do, you don't want to receive,
Hmm.
and it's okay to kind of ruminate on those things because we have to learn a lesson from things that didn't work out before, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I think that you have a lot of opportunities as long as you can get out of your head.
Yeah. And this is very much an action vibe. It's really like, I've got a motorcycle and a full tank of gas and a sunny day and an open road. So let's go.
Right.
Right? It's a take action.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sonia says, I'm a little lost looking for some direction. Am I on the right path?
Let's
That's the second
find
time we've had this one, huh? Oh, I gotta
out.
switch cards. Gotta switch cards. Gotta switch cards. So we're thinking about doing this on Thursday nights for about an hour from 7 to 8 p.m. We wonder what you think about that. Just doing a quick check-in, a yes or no with everybody, and just
Mhm.
hanging out, just chilling, just doing the tarot thing.
Okay, Sonia, are you on the right path?
Okay. Woo!
Oh,
I
my
got
friend.
some very, 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 very anxious folks. I would say no right now. That's not you're not on the right path, and I don't know what the right path means exactly, but um, this is just a whole lot of anxiety that probably isn't even associated with this. Quite honestly,
Yeah.
with your path, and maybe it is that is what everybody else wants you to do, or all of the rules and standards that wants you to
So
do.
I have a
Ooh.
feeling that what we're getting here is a lot of the stress and anxiety that Sonia is
Mhm.
feeling, and not necessarily like an answer about the path. Do you want to pull another card?
Yes, I do. I agree with you on that.
Okay, Sonia, you need to talk to your friends. You need to go talk to the people who know you and who
Mhm.
support you and who push you up under all circumstances, okay? Because the path you're on, or the thing that you're stressed out about right now, it's really weighing you down mentally, and it's hard for you to get any clarity on like what the path should be. So
Mhm.
um go talk to your friends, okay? Go talk to people who know you and can celebrate you.
Right. Went through a bad love situation and moved on. Yeah, yeah. And I think, like, there's still a whole lot of anxiety that is going on there. And some of it is just kind of like, in this situation, I'm always like, take responsibility for what you contributed to the relationship, both good and bad. and forgive yourself from it, because it happens and you're not any worse than the other person involved, no matter what's happened there. Okay. And, and just really try to free your mind of it somehow, just keep moving on.
And Cree, thank you for the blessings. We appreciate you.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Here's another miscellaneous question.
Hi, Travel Chickie 69.
What, should I keep this a secret?
Should I keep this a secret? You've got to tell us what it is.
Secrets. Should I keep this a secret? You ready?
I'm ready. Ooh.
Yes.
Yes. Keep it a secret.
If you want happiness, you better keep it. If you want a happy home, you better keep that shit secret.
Yes. Yes.
Woo! That is. I don't know who all is in here, but I'm telling you, somebody's up to some shit.
Who said that?
Okay. Free readings. Yes, we're just doing yes or no questions, as you can see.
No, Travel Chickie, that wasn't your reading, but if you have a question, go ahead and ask it.
Yes, and if it resonates with you, then it is.
Take it anyway.
Thank you, Timothy, for bumping us. We appreciate you and your comments. Let's see here. How about another question?
Wait, will Nikki Tigga and Panko Lakra have reunion together?
Oh, okay. Well, let's get some. My Crystal Visions card. Just give me a second there, old lady.
Well, I'll say I got the Hermit.
I got the Two of Pentacles again.
Okay.
Maybe I need to shuffles.
Yeah, we'll try it again.
Y'all, just so you know, we do private readings. I do private readings. Mel does private readings. And y'all, I'm dying to use these. Whoop, whoop. Hip hop queens. Yes. Hip hop queens. Yes. All right.
So where were we? This is Nikki Tigga, and will Nikki Tigga and Panko Lakra have reunion together?
All right, let me start that. And for me, that's a yes.
Oh, what you got? Like Two of Cups?
Two of Cups.
This is Judgment card. This is taking it to the next level, Nikki.
Ooh.
Taking it to the next level. That's
wow.
Yes.
Yes, it looks like there is going to be a reunion, and I love this card for that. Yeah, I hope you like that card too. So our answer to that would be a yes. There's going to be a reunion. Let's see. What's the next? Taurus, Scorpio, upside down. Would you rather watch
a tree grow,
or a Negro or grass grow? Well, those aren't yes or no questions.
We're moving on to
should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? From Travel Chickie, like, is that a trick question? Seems like you travel. Three of Wands, it does seem like you travel. We're not doing a should I stay or should I go? We're doing yes or no, okay? So, I mean, it looks like go to me. It says, yes, go.
Yes, it looks like go. Yes, definitely.
All right, let's see here. Am I going to marry Dean?
Am I going to marry Dean?
Ooh.
Wow. Ellie, are you going to marry Dean?
Ellie is the name of a character that I've been reading in a book just before we got on here. So interesting. Ooh.
I'm waiting for you to draw this time, Jennifer.
I understand. I'm just doing a really good shuffle here. It's been that's a big question, and I just really wanted to kind of
What is that?
Ooh, it's the moon card, actually,
That's kind
and
of
I love
mysterious.
that because it really does look like you're underneath what is that called? An archway?
Yeah.
You've got 2 wolves on each side of you, and there's flowers, so
Mhm.
that's, to me, a very good possibility of a marriage,
Yeah.
maybe even a nighttime marriage, and if you have animals that you love a lot, maybe it is that your dogs are included in that or your animals are included in that
Uh-huh.
ceremony in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe it is that Dean is into dogs or coyotes or wolves or something like that. But to
Mhm.
me, that looks like a great place to get married.
Very here comes the bride, and I got the 6 of Wands,
Oh,
which is a V for victory.
mhm.
I would say you're gonna marry Dean.
I would say yes. Yes. Of course, this is all for entertainment, you all. Don't base this on us, but
And
we want the
don't
best
say
for
you'll
you.
marry Dean because we told you to, okay?
Right. Will
Nikki,
you be
your
with
answer was
David?
yes. Nikki, your
Lucky,
answer
yeah.
was yes.
Your answer was yes. Okay, lucky Laurel.
Yes.
Will I be with David in this life?
I think that's a good question.
In this life. I'm taking my time here.
Happy to
So,
help, Nikki. Thank you. Okay, Lucky Laurel. Will Lucky Laurel be with David in this life?
I'm still having a little issue with my shuffling fingers, so forgive me. I got the Ace of Swords.
Ooh, let's see. I got the 7 of
Ooh.
Swords.
Will I be with David in this life? Well, first of all, if you haven't told David that you want to be with David, then it's probably a good idea that you tell David that you want to be with David for the rest of your life. And maybe it is if you're already in a relationship with David and you want to take it to the next level, it may be that you have to do the asking.
You have to take the
You have
initiative.
to take the initiative
You
there,
can't be sneaking around wondering if something's happening here when it's not.
right?
But also, I noticed that 7 plus 1 equals 8. And an 8 of Swords is like, that situation might not be as ideal as you think it is.
Right, right,
So
right, right,
take
right,
your
right, right,
time
right.
and be really honest with yourself as
Mhm.
you're getting into it, okay?
Right. And as I look down there at that other card, it's just like, there might be some things that they're still holding back from you.
There's
So,
some stuff you don't know.
have lots of conversations. And if this person doesn't know, like the thing that I get into with love readings all the time is like somebody that has a crush. Like if you don't tell anybody that you're into them, they're never going to know.
Yeah.
Like for
Okay.
real, for real. Don't expect people to pick up on subtle hints that you're throwing that you might think are the most romantic things, which
Mhm.
may not be at all.
Right.
I've seen that a lot. Just grab them and be love. Yes. I did
Oh,
not say
Ross,
anything.
I
What
said
is the
hello.
N word, Ross? What N word?
Would you rather
Nice?
see the grass grow or a
Yeah.
Negro?
Oh. Oh. Duh. That's dumb. We don't do racism here. And if I
Okay.
do, I hope somebody does really call me out on it.
So
Let's
Norma,
see.
feel free to ask a question. Yes or no is preferred. Yosef, feel free
What?
to ask a
Yes, Joseph.
question.
Did I make the right choice quitting my job? Says Joseph.
Okay.
Joseph, did you make the right choice quitting your job?
Okay, time to quit your
Thank you.
job.
I've got to switch decks. Switching decks for that one.
Okay.
Norma, you may get a read. We're doing yes or no questions. Right now, we're answering Joseph. Did I make the right choice quitting my job? Are you ready?
Yep.
The Hanged Man. So what I see with the Hanged Man is that T is crossed, and there's been a lot of thought put into this. What is
Okay.
yours?
It's the Fool.
The Fool? Oh, there's new beginnings. You did
Yeah.
make the right choice quitting your job. There's something new and exhilarating out there for you. Something
Yeah.
much better that's going to cause you to have a little bit more excitement about what you're doing. I love
And you're
that.
gonna feel like you're like right out of your element, okay? But but as long as it feels like a heck yeah, you can go for it. Okay,
Go
Yosef?
for it.
Yeah.
Yes. You obviously left for a reason, so I think you made the right choice there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. My fiance called off our engagement in August 2024. It's been 9 months now, but I'm unable to move on. What to do? Oh, goodness. This is not my first rodeo with that kind of thing. This isn't really what we're talking about right now, unfortunately. Why don't we just ask if love will come in for Araz?
Will love come in for Araz? What a beautiful name.
Araz, when I do love readings like this, it's always good to just ask for love to come in. And if you want to focus on your fiance who you were engaged to prior to, that would be wonderful right now.
Yeah.
But we're always calling in love. And if it's time for new love to come in, then,
New love will come in. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, Four of
Yes,
Swords.
I love this Four of Swords, actually. And what do you have there?
Seven of Swords.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened here. It seems like somebody feels, has been or feels very, very betrayed. And it was more than just something really innocent there that happened. Like, woof.
Yeah.
I don't think
And
that's really fair.
no, no, but if we're talking about, like that relationship ending, like there are things that have transpired between you that are not going to be repairable, and there are things that that are either in your heart and mind or in that other person's heart and mind that are not being shared, okay? And that that's probably for the best. Like I really think that those are your signs that moving on is the best idea. I don't know how to tell you how to move on though,
Right.
except to say that that person has probably not been completely honest with you,
Yeah.
and it's probably hurt you pretty badly,
Right.
and it's probably time to look a different way.
Right. And I just drew the unknown card, which is, like my wild card in my most romantic deck here. And I think, like she's opening a new opportunity, And I also see this in like a travel sense, and I don't know why, but that sphere, it's like,
Mhm,
first of all, something's going to come back around, so love will come back around, okay?
mhm.
And second of all, if this if this break off of engagement was left with the other person, like um wishing you ill will or whatever, like, or is really just doesn't hold a very good thought of you in their head right now, this means that they're moving on and that they're trying to just, a blank slate there, a clean slate, a crystal clear, vision, a new way forward.
And
So
Araz, I want to say this because I see this happen a lot. When we have a hard time letting go of somebody that has let go of us or released us, sometimes we hold a spot for that person in our life. And when we hold that spot for them, that they don't really deserve and they're not coming back for, when we hold that spot for them, then we're not making room for more love to come in. And more love is available to you. More love is available to come to you. Even like a better love is available to come to you, but you have got to make yourself available for it as well.
right. And learn from the mistakes of the past. Like, I don't know who did the injuring there, that's innocence and white as snow, and then, some kind of betrayal, something that can't be forgiven, something that you just really had to, it was so cold that you just had to lay it down and just give it up. Okay.
Mhm.
So, there does need to be some healing there, but I feel like if you just move on, and you might have to literally like move physically on, move out of a situation on. Araz is asking, shall I move on from my ex?
You should move on. We just did that.
Oh, did we? Oh, okay. Then
Yosef
Laurel
left that in
asks, will he
for
come
that
back?
person. Yeah. Yosef, you
Oh,
did the
maybe
right
these
thing.
are,
You absolutely did.
Okay. Hope God has a plan. Everything falls in place. Me too. I really do believe that there is a plan, Yosef. Too much mediation. I'm not full-time studying. I hear that can't be another's destiny. I haven't had a romantic partner in over 10 years. Am I going to die alone?
Oh my goodness.
I certainly hope not.
Okay, so there's one here is that the one that you want to answer right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know what you saw. I mean, are you seeing another one that we haven't answered?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's do that one.
Okay.
Will I be alone?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I don't know how many times I asked myself this question in my younger years. Gosh, just seemed like patience. Have patience, and that right one is coming.
Change, inevitable change. So
Right.
listen, you've been experiencing this dry spell for about 10 years. Something's about to change.
Right. Something is about to change, and I'm just going to say a situation has to change, or it's really time to look at a situation differently and let it transform right now in order for that to open up for you. Okay. I don't pretend to know, like what you've dealt with in the past. I don't know if you've had, a lot of deaths in, I'm getting like a lot of loss here. Also, so sometimes it's about healing ourselves and transforming that loss and that pain before we can be, open and ready for that new transformation. That card that you have down there, Mel.
I also want to say that, the temperance card is about moderation. So,
Yes.
a lot of us have been struggling with this decision that we know we need to make to have more moderation in our lives, to have more moderation in what we consume, have more moderation in like what we do, in terms of the resources that we take up, that kind of stuff. So, making a change in the direction of moderation is going to be really good for you right now.
Yes, I agree
Yeah.
with that. This is my year of temperance. Like I've really got to deal with some things that I overdo. Nah, it's no fun. Okay, Mel, you said that we missed a
One
question.
named Loka Hihana said, "Hello, shall I
Oh,
move and let go of my marriage?"
okay. Woo.
Loka
Goodness.
Hihana.
Okay. These are heavy questions, huh?
Yeah.
Some of these are really heavy questions.
This time, I got the Four of Pentacles, which would say to me, "Stay put for a while. Be conservative with your actions."
I've got the Nine of Pentacles, and should I move on and let go of my marriage? I don't feel like this is a moving on kind of vibe for me with this at all. It looks like, there are parts of there. I don't know. Maybe it is that you really do have, an animal together or something that you take care of together, and that really works out for you somehow. And maybe it is like, you see all those jewels on the tree trunk. Like maybe it is that you have a lot of really great, maybe those are just simply possessions though, because we're talking about pentacles here. So, maybe it is that you have a great life. Maybe it is that you don't want to lose the wealth of having that marriage, because when you lose a marriage, sometimes, especially, depending on, I don't know what I'm going to say here, but
Yeah, no, sometimes when you walk away from a marriage, you walk away from it's not just financial security, it's a whole
right,
lot of different kinds of security, and that's what
right,
Earth tells us. I really think this reading, Lokahihana, is saying, no, don't let go of your marriage.
right.
Um, you know, take a conservative route if you're thinking about changing things in your marriage, and the two of you should be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor together.
I agree with that. And like I also feel like there is someone in your corner here. Like maybe
Mhm.
it is that there's a lot of verbal sparring or something, but there's someone in your corner, or you need to get someone in your corner who will, defend you, or at least listen to you. Like maybe it is you just need to get some stuff out, because if you've been married for a long time, sometimes things just get irritating. You think that you're at the end, but really you just need a reboot.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Rajini asks, please tell me by when I might get my test results. I'm not very good at timing, my friend. This is really not a good thing to ask timing about.
I'm waiting for my interview results. Please tell me.
I can tell you whether your results will be positive or negative.
Right. Let's do that. Whether or not they'll be positive or negative. Hello, India. Hello, everyone from India. We really value you here on our channel.
Yes, thank you for tuning in.
Yes. All right, so let's see here. I've got the 10 of Wands.
Oh, my goodness. I've got the 8 of Cups. I don't see very good outcome to this test result.
Oh, well, yeah, it feels pretty burdensome, but I don't know if that means it's a negative test result or if that just means you're going to have to work to get it. Like sometimes you might have to call to get, you might have to call 10 different people to get the results that you are looking for, so this may not be the outcome that you're hoping for, but I don't think it's all is lost kind of thing. And I want to say, Mel, that my battery is dying, so it may be that we have to cut this off soon. There's no way that I can plug in, unfortunately. And we've gone for an hour and 10 minutes, and we were hoping to go as long as we could, just to check out to see how how this goes.
Yeah. So, friends, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for letting us do some readings for you. If we didn't get to you, I'm so sorry. But we will
still go until I cut off, maybe. Just know that if we cut off, I'm going to go until the battery gives.
Okay.
Until the battery gives out. I see. Can I find a job? I'm having an interview on the 28th of April.
Okay. Prabhat, are you going to get this job that you're getting an interview for on the 28th of April? That's a yes or no question, so we're going to go ahead and answer it.
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yes. The answer is yes. You're going to get that job. Okay.
You can make plans for having that job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, I guess I'm just wanting to say I have patience about it for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And hello, Jade, 93 Jade. Feel free to ask a question. We are preferring yes or no questions tonight, and we'll do a reading.
Hi, Jade from Louisiana. We love Louisiana. That was one of the places that we got married. We got married at City Park in New Orleans.
Lucky Laurel.
Lucky Laurel, will he be back? I'm going to do just a regular roll. Yeah, it kind of depends. Depends on everybody's emotions and how those two ships that have sailed, those two fights, those two arguments, those two things that you can't get over, whether or not those things can be, tempered. Yes. Whether or not those things can be handled in a balanced way. And just to let everybody know that are just joining us, my battery is going to die and we're just going to end there. This is the first time that we're doing this, and we're hoping to do this every Thursday night at 7 p.m. live to do just yes or no tarot going into the weekend, just to give you a little, push or zhuzh or whatever, or just a little bit of love and light, or I don't know. All right. What about my financial situation?
Well, Anita, let's see.
Let's just draw cards.
I got the Knight of Cups.
And I got a 9 of Cups.
So together that's a 10 of Cups.
Yeah. I think your financial situation is going to get better. Yes, I think to me it says just practice a little patient. You're just going to have to kind of hang out and wait until the work comes in, until you complete it, until everybody is happy with it, and then you get to celebrate. Yeah. It is always annoying. Lucky Laurel.
I've been waiting for
What are you
promotion
doing?
and salary increment for a long time. Will I get
Okay.
it? Oh, okay.
All right.
Will you get it ever, or will you get it? Let's say,
It doesn't matter.
will you get it in the next 6 months? How about that, Suchi?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think first of all, if you haven't asked for it, you're not going to get it. So please do ask for
Speak
that.
up. Speak up. You gotta let them know.
Don't
I
wait
know
to know
where
from
I
us
work,
whether or
you have
not,
to, right? Mhm.
look, yeah, this is something that I think it's just really reading the energy right now. And I think that you have a negative idea about it. And I think that you work your butt off and you probably don't feel like you are recognized. So um, I don't know. Gosh, I would say get a new job.
Yeah, Suchi, this isn't looking very good, just in terms of, like, you are working hard, and it seems like you might have an illusion about what is supposed to happen there, and it's not necessarily happening. So,
Ah,
believe the evidence of your eyes is what I
yeah,
would say.
I've been working extra hours, worked on a certification. Nice. Yes, I think a lot of people are out there getting certified. And, there are a lot of professions that you can have yourself and you can certify yourself just by making yourself an expert at it and, guiding other people in it. So I hope that certification comes swiftly and quickly for you and that you're able to do what it is that you love to do. Okay, maybe this is a good time to end the stream. We are Rose Tarot and Astrology. My name is Jennifer Rose, and
I'm Melanie
that is
Rose.
Melanie Rose. We are a married pair of intuitive peoples that love to read tarot and do astrology and weird stuff.
We're so happy you could
um,
join us this evening.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Next Thursday, we will plan to do another Yes or No Tarot at 7 p.m. live. Maybe it'll be both of us, just one. It doesn't matter. We'll just
Yeah.
get on here. All right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
joining
much.
us, friends. We'll catch you in the next video.